For me, it's when everybody is talking about digitalization, there's almost another part of it, and that's humanization. And humanization is so important because we can't win anymore about maths and the digitalized world, but we can win in the creativity world. And we have to, when children are born, they are born with 100% of creativity, and then they raise up, and then every time a little bit of the creativity, we kill the creativity. And now we have to move very fast, and we have to learn back to fail forward. Fail forward, that means you have to try, and everything that's okay, you can put it on your workspace, and everything that doesn't work, you have to throw it away very fast. And that's the new kind of thinking for every industry. Everything will be in the cloud. So the cloud will be very, very big for the common period. And because Amazon is investing in the cloud, Apple is investing, also Alibaba, very fast. And now we have to think we can't win the fast life anymore, but we can win the slow life. And the slow life is about another way of thinking. When we have a trend for digitizing, there's also a trend for humanizing. And that's the way we have to work on. Humanize everything, because robots and artificial intelligence has to work for humans and not the way around. I think we come from a world, manufacturers, then retailers, and then the consumer. But technology has made the whole world turn around. Now, on top of the pyramid, these are the consumers. And before, the brands, they put it through the supermarkets to the consumer. But now it's the way around. The consumer can have every kind of stuff they want with one click. Then you have to be unique, personal, around that person. And then you need also data, but data has to work for humans and not the other way around. There's a different kind of about data. When you go to China, everything is possible. When you go to the States, there is a lot of possible. When you go to Europe, there is nothing possible because we have rules, the GDPR, rules and engagement. So that means that when there are no rules in China, they have sources that we don't have in Europe. When you go to Alibaba and we go to Tencent, they have 1 billion photos every day from the people. They can see you on 50 meters. They can see how you walk, who you are. That isn't possible in Europe. That isn't possible in Europe. The other way around is when you go to Amazon. Amazon has also a lot of data, but data about your social profile. But these two kinds of data we don't have in Europe, because the GDPR does not allow us to have those data. So in Europe we are behind from the state. We are behind, very behind. We have the States, we have the West and the East. They are far behind about Europe, and that's going to be hard to play. Everything has to be more flexible, more speed, and more action to the consumer. So the world is now on movement, and the speed of change is enormous. And the produce area has also to look to that kind of speed, because it's not possible to sit back and relax and see what's happening in the world. No, you have to go into the field and see what's happening there, and you have to, or you go with the speed or not. When you are not going with the kind of speed that they're going to throw you out. I think in the future only a few companies can make it by their own. But now you have to collaborate. I talk about competition. You work in the back with each other, and in front you are competitors, because you have to share data. There are now on two hands, they are now companies. They know everything about you, and all the rest they don't know. They don't know it by now. But when they work together, when they make cooperations and share their data to each other, then they become very smart, and then they can compete with all the others. So competition is the new word. We have to talk to each other. In a digitized world, there's a lot of we are seen on our screen to each other, but we have to go back to the place, to the store, because we have to talk with each other. Otherwise, it's going to be a very lonely battle. Otherwise, it will be a very lonely world. So talk to each other, make it comfortable, and supermarkets will also will go places where you can meet each other. And that's the new way of how supermarket has to think about the future. When everything is a media, there is one sort of media, and that's the store, where you can meet people. So the supermarket will be one of the main points where you can meet people, and it must be also more attractive, because it's not about rotation of margin and rotation of the basket and so on. No, it must be a place where people can meet each other in the normal way. And I think we have to rethink how we make supermarkets from now on. And it must be more than only a supermarket, only a box mover. It must be a place where you can meet people, and we can say online, let's meet each other there. We have a drink or something. But that's very important that supermarkets are rethinking their business.